Only 1 in 100 people will know all the words that I'm going to ask you about in this video. Are you that one? Let's find out. I've got 20 fill-in-the-blank questions, and for each one, you should choose the answer option that makes the most sense in context. But watch out, the questions are going to get tougher as we go along. Ready to get started? Here's question 1.
With a blank flick of his wrist, the magician made the coin disappear from sight. Is it rigid, deft, hesitant, or clumsy? Deft, meaning skillful and quick, is correct. With a deft flick of his wrist, the magician made the coin disappear from sight. Question 2. The politician's blank when answering difficult questions earned him respect from both his supporters and critics. Is it flattery, apathy, candor, or indifference? The word candor refers to someone's straightforwardness and honesty. The politician's candor when answering difficult questions earned him respect from both his supporters and critics. Question 3. If you blank too long before starting your homework, you won't have time to finish it. Is it demonstrate, duplicate, demean, or dawdle? To dawdle is to waste time by being slow or idle. If you dawdle too long before starting your homework, you won't have time to finish it. Question 4. The company's blank attempt to cover up the environmental disaster only worsened their public image. Is it blatant, modest, ambiguous, or altruistic? If something is blatant, it's obvious to the point of being offensive. The company's blatant attempt to cover up the environmental disaster only worsened their public image. Question 5. Elena had to blank that balancing work and family was more difficult than she had anticipated. Is it dismiss, promote, refute, or concede? To concede something is to admit or acknowledge it grudgingly. Elena had to concede that balancing work and family was more difficult than she had anticipated. Question 6. Paul's taste in music is extremely blank. He'll love jazz 1 week but hate it the next. Is it fickle, steadfast, flippant, or cavalier? If something is fickle, it changes frequently. Paul's taste in music is extremely fickle. He'll love jazz 1 week but hate it the next. Question 7. At noon, the sun reached its blank in the sky. Is it ellipsis, horizon, zenith, or aberration? The word zenith refers to the highest point of something. At noon, the sun reached its zenith in the sky. Question 8. The shocking news was enough to blank the public into demanding immediate action. Is it chastise, rationalize, galvanize, or euthanize? To galvanize someone is to excite or shock them into doing something. The shocking news was enough to galvanize the public into demanding immediate action. Question 9. The design of the building was deliberately ____, reflecting the architect's preference for simplicity. Is it ornate, intricate, opulent, or austere? When describing design, austere means plain and unadorned. The design of the building was deliberately austere, reflecting the architect's preference for simplicity. Question 10. Students who blank the school's dress code will be required to serve detention. Is it expunge, venerate, flout, or accommodate? To flout a rule or a law means to intentionally disobey it. Students who flout the school's dress code will be required to serve detention.
Congratulations, you've made it to the halfway point. Excellent work. And if you'd like to see more quizzes like this, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. Okay, the questions are going to get tougher and tougher from this point on, so keep that thinking cap on tight and good luck.
Question 11. Amanda took a blank from her studies to focus on her health and well-being. Is it hiatus, revival, subsidy, or secure? The word hiatus refers to a pause or a break in something. Amanda took a hiatus from her studies to focus on her health and well-being. Question 12. The speaker's blank observations were met with yawns and disinterest from the audience. Is it dynamic, eclectic, banal, or haughty? If something is banal, it's unoriginal and boring. The speaker's banal observations were met with yawns and disinterest from the audience. Question 13. The artist's vision began to blank as he combined different elements into a single masterpiece. Is it coalesce, isolate, metastasize, or distort? To coalesce means to come together. The artist's vision began to coalesce as he combined different elements into a single masterpiece. Question 14. Rachel is a dedicated vegan, eating meat is blank to both her values and tastes. Is it elusive, esoteric, anathema, or trenchant? If something is anathema, it is strongly disliked or opposed. Rachel is a dedicated vegan, eating meat is anathema to both her values and tastes. Question 15. The therapist's blank demeanor was instrumental in helping her patients remain hopeful during the recovery process. Is it sanguine, pernicious, apoplectic, or tenuous? To be sanguine is to be optimistic or positive. The therapist's sanguine demeanor was instrumental in helping her patients remain hopeful during the recovery process. Question 16. The lawyer blank at the terms of the agreement, suggesting they were unfair and needed revision. Is it recanted, acceded, abrogated, or demurred? To demur is to raise doubts or objections. The lawyer demurred at the terms of the agreement, suggesting they were unfair and needed revisions. Question 17. After further research, historians determined that the supposed ancient artifact was merely a blank replica made for the tourist trade. Is it iconoclastic, ersatz, stolid, or diaphanous? If something is ersatz, it is artificial or an imitation. After further research, historians determined that the supposed ancient artifact was merely an ersatz replica made for the tourist trade. Question 18. The philosopher's vision for a utopian society was dismissed by her critics as a blank. Is it paradigm, tautology, chimera, or touchstone? A chimera is a goal or a dream that is impossible to achieve. The philosopher's vision for a utopian society was dismissed by her critics as a chimera. Question 19. The airplane manufacturer's apparent disregard for passenger safety has earned it widespread blank. Is it gestalt, obloquy, cathexis, or anomie? The word obloquy refers to strong criticism or condemnation. The airplane manufacturer's apparent disregard for passenger safety has earned it widespread obloquy. And finally, question 20. The autobiography had a noticeable blank and left out crucial information about the author's early years. Is it syllogism, lacuna, encomium, or penumbra? A lacuna is a missing part or gap in something. The autobiography had a noticeable lacuna and left out crucial information about the author's early years.
That's it, you finished the test. Fantastic work! And I know those last few were really, really tough, so whether you got 5, 10, or even all 20, you should feel very proud of yourself for taking just a little time today to improve your English. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.